long time ago, there was an old abandoned village. It was full of empty old houses, streets, and shops, which made this village a good place for mice to live. Rats lived happily in this area for hundreds of years, even before people came to build the village and then left. But after the people left, the mice had their best time, making tunnels through old abandoned houses and buildings through which they could move freely without any danger to themselves. One day, a herd of elephants, numbering in the thousands, invaded the village on their way to a large lake in the west of the village. All the elephants were thinking about as they walked through the village was how great it would be to jump into that crystal-clear lake for a swim. Little did they know that as they were walking through the village, the elephants' big feet were trampling the tunnels made by the rats. What a mess the elephants left behind! The mice held a quick meeting, during which one of the mice said, "If the herd comes back like this again, our society is doomed." He continued, "We will not have another chance to survive." There was only one thing to do. A group of brave mice followed the elephants' footprints all the way to the lake. There they found the king of elephants. One of the mice bowed before the king, spoke on behalf of the others, and said, "O king, I come to you speaking on behalf of the community of mice that live near this lake. It is in that old abandoned village that you pass through." See, the Elephant King said, "Of course I remember that village, but we did not know that there was a rat population there." The mouse said, "But your flock destroyed many of the houses in which we lived hundreds of years ago. If I come back the same way, that will definitely be the end of us. We are small and you are giants, which is why I ask you, King, to take another way home." The mouse continued, saying, "And who knows, maybe one day we mice can help you too." The Elephant King smiled and said sarcastically, "How can little mice help elephants?" However, he felt sorry that his flock had crushed the village of mice without him knowing it. He said to the mouse, "There is no need to worry. I will lead the herd home by another way. Now return to the village and let us go down into this lake and enjoy its water in peace." Meanwhile, there was a king living near the lake, and he ordered his soldiers to hunt down as many elephants as possible. Knowing that elephants came from faraway places to jump into the large lake to swim, the king's soldiers set a water trap there. As soon as the elephants jumped into that lake, they were all trapped. After 2 days, the hunters pulled the elephants out of the lake with large ropes and tied the elephants to giant trees in the forest next to the lake. When the hunters were gone, the king of the elephants tried to think what they could do to get rid of these ropes. They were all tied to the trees except one elephant. He was free because he didn't jump into the lake. The king of the elephants called him and told him to return to the old abandoned village and ask for help from the rats that lived there. When the mice learned of the problem facing the Elephant King and his herd, they rushed to the lake. When they saw the king and his flock in the ropes, they quickly ran to it and began to cut it with their strong teeth. Soon the ropes were cut and the mice released their elephant friends. The Elephant King thanked the mice for their help and took a new route back home, and both the elephants and mice lived happily for many years. The lesson from this story is to never underestimate anyone. Everyone has special skills and unique abilities that can help solve problems. By belittling others, we close ourselves off to new ideas and innovative solutions.